Hi everyone and welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an update. We're filming with the gimbal today, so just bear with us. My wife's trying to do a good job of working this, and it's quite hard. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit of what I've been up to and what we're doing in the next few weeks. Yeah, so today the update is really about this work that's going to go on up in Bempton and Bridlington and along that East Yorkshire coast with Port Sinclair. So what we're going to do is really do a feature-length documentary based on all the elements that we talked about in the YouTube documentary. We're also going to film a little snippet for Elusive, and we're also going to look at some dark, sinister things that we haven't really touched upon in any of these documentaries, and that is the black magic element of this whole mystery. And for the longest time really, I've avoided talking about this because it's an area that I have little knowledge in. I'm very familiar with the ritualistic side of black magic. I hadn't really figured it into the cryptid research, and I think I've missed a trick there. Paul Sinclair, who's been doing this a long time, is thinking along the same lines. We think we're missing something in regards to that stuff. So if you bear with us, give us a few weeks and we're going to put together this documentary, and it should be something really interesting, and we're going to do our best to present the evidence where we can. Where YouTube wouldn't let us show the mutilations, we're going to show them. Where YouTube wouldn't let us use accounts where there's certain language in, where people are describing their accounts that are terrifying, and they're so terrifying that they're actually swearing on camera, we can show that and really get the account across. When you start censoring accounts and censoring images, I totally understand why people might doubt the credibility of that evidence. But in Elusive and in this new film with Paul Sinclair, you're going to see the evidence in its rawest form. So walking through these places, it's quite hard using the gimbal because you've got to get used to being able to manipulate the gimbal and learning its nuances, really, twisting the gimbal to stay where you want it to stay on focus of your subject, that being me. So what I want to do now is test the gimbal out. We're going to see how good my wife's skills are on the gimbal, and it's very difficult. So I don't know, not many people have had a go with one of these things. It's very difficult. So just try and follow me down this curved pathway, and I'll waffle some nonsense. So it's great to get back out. I've not been out for a while. I've been working on a lot of edits and stuck in the office for a long time. So it's good to see that even at the beginning of October, there's still a lot of foliage, still a lot of greenery around, and still the opportunity to get out and film some stuff, which is great about when I head up to Bempton. We do that sort of stuff. So I said I would do some shout outs today, and a lot of it really relates to this whole thing, my new sort of ethos is that we should be supporting one another publicly a lot more, sharing things, liking things. I know it sounds a little bit plastic, that, but it's necessary to get the information out there. So you know, I've had people supporting me from like Ben Emlyn Jones, Steve Meara supports me, Ben Walgate from 401 File supports me, Mike G, in fact a whole host of people, everyone from the Deb Hatswell, Andy McGrath from Beasts of Britain, who else is out there that supports me? So I should really know that you guys. James Bartley supports me, Paul Sinclair from Truth, the author of Truth Proofs, supports me. I've just been put in touch with the Kinsella brothers, the twins. They seem like a really pair of cool guys, really nice as well, genuine people, which is, the alternative media is full of genuine people. And sometimes that gets overlooked because we have this small element of idiots, basically, that are only in the alternative media to just cause trouble. Other people that support me that I've just come off the top of my head, David Young, he's organising the conference. Jay Deavin, he's a friend of mine. I mean, some of the stuff that I look into, I should probably talk about. Richard D. Hall, I like his stuff, and his stuff with the mutilations is quite relevant as well. If you haven't seen Richard's mutilation documentary on human mutilations found in the UK, check that out. I like a lot of stuff from Freeman. I like a lot of stuff from James Bartley at the Cosmic Switchboard. As I said, Paul Sinclair, you've got Deb Hatso, Beasts of Britain. I'm just, again, looking into Richard Freeman's stuff. I like his stuff. He's a cryptozoologist. Obviously, I like a lot of the Dogman stuff, like a lot of us do, Vic Cundiff. Many people say, oh, it's a bit sensationalised, that, Chris, but look, he's taking the witness accounts and putting those in the witnesses' words, which is all any of us can do. Yes, you're going to have hoaxing accounts. Yes, you're going to have people that are craving attention. But I think that's a very small percentage. And I've realised that over the last few years, it takes a lot for a witness to come forward. It takes a lot for a witness to talk about their experiences. And if we just dismiss 10 people for one crank, you know, that's just not the attitude. We're not going to get anywhere. We're certainly not going to get nearer to the truth doing that. So I'm just trying to think of anyone that I haven't mentioned that supports my work. There's a whole lot of people like GPE, guys from the British Bigfoot, Ellis Taylor, GPE supports my work. Ben from, I know I mentioned Ben, but he does a Panwell Radio. I'm just trying to put all the names out of these guys' channels that do this stuff. We have John Chick is a good researcher in the British Bigfoot. Kat Chadwick, Ian Jennings is very supportive of what I'm trying to do in regards to looking outside of the box for this stuff. Adam Bird, who was one of the founders of the British Bigfoot, he's always supportive of what I'm trying to do. Kat the Witch, she's very kind about the stuff that we're trying to do. Sorry for calling you Kat the Witch, but that's really how I know you. Who else? You've got Rob Lee that supports me. Darren Howe has really helped me out a lot, and he's helped Andy McGrath out a lot. Darren in the past has done a lot of travelling. We've been to Scotland together, drove it to places around Lancashire together. Longridge Fowl investigations, and because this elusive is sort of coming to an end, it's not the end of this cryptid research. In fact, it's probably the beginning, because I want to follow up that stuff. So we should probably talk a little bit about that going forward, and without the help of all these people and some that I forgot. I'm sorry if I've forgotten you. I'll put you. My wife's just pointing to herself there. My wife supports what I do as well. Oh, and also, I know it sounds like I'm butting you all up here, but I have got a bit of a request and really looking for some help with this next piece of the investigation up in Bempton, and that is I'd really like to get my hands on a thermal camera, and I'll pay you to hire it off you. I'm not too keen on paying to hire it off a company, because if I decide to stay in and do the investigation an extra 2 days, I'm going to have all the messing about, and if I'm out in the wild somewhere and I can't contact them, I'm going to get a fee for not returning the camera on time and all that sort of nonsense. So if anyone out there wants to loan their camera to me, the thermal camera to me, I'll pay you for it. It's not an issue. I would rather borrow it off someone I know and thank them and pay them in some way. Financially I'll pay them, but it's nice to give them a shout out as well for helping out, because that's what really I've said this for a long time. In 10 years, maybe it's getting on for 12 years now, I've helped dozens and dozens of people. I've worked for free. I've spent hours and given days and weeks of my time to help people because I wanted to, and because I believed in whatever it was they were trying to do, whether it be a personal project or a commercial project, whatever it might be. And that offer is still there. If there is anyone out there that needs any help or advice about filming, even though it's not that professional with this gimbal, but if you need it to be, you know, I'm well versed in these circles of filmmaking. I've made all those mistakes that some of you guys who want to get into this will make. So if I can help you out and advise you in any way that I can, if I can advise you on gear to buy, what not to do, you know, I can't advise you on the research. That is always a personal journey. That's always got to be the individual's research. I don't let people influence the way that I go. I let the information influence me, and sometimes I go the wrong way. And there's nothing wrong with saying that you're going the wrong way. Just say you're going the wrong way. You change your mind. It's no big deal. I'm just trying to, I know that in the back of my mind there are some people that are saying, well, why have you not thanked me, Chris? And I know that I want to thank Vitaly is one of those people on YouTube that I should thank. My wife's shouting names out to me now that I've already mentioned.